There are goodbyes that shatter you all at once. And then there are the ones that arrive quietly. So quietly, you don't even realize they have happened until your life is already empty. This is the story of one of those goodbyes. Kang Min-jun was not a man who spoke much about his feelings, not because he didn't have them, but because he believed strength meant silence. He believed love meant staying composed, providing, enduring. And maybe that is why no one noticed when he began preparing to leave. Se-eun-ha loved him in a way that did not demand attention. She didn't chase. She didn't question every silence. She loved him in the spaces between words, in shared routines, in small habits that felt permanent. The way he drank his coffee, the way he folded his jacket, the way he always reached for her hand when crossing the street. This was not a loud love story. It was a settled one, and those are the hardest to lose. When Min-jun learned about his illness, he did not cry. He did not panic. He simply calculated. Time, damage, what Un-ha would see if he stayed too long. He decided something then, something he never said out loud, that loving her meant leaving before she had to watch him fade. The change was subtle. Phone calls ended a little earlier. Smiles lingered a little less. Un-ha noticed everything. She always did, but she didn't confront him. Because when you love someone deeply, you recognize the difference between distance and preparation. She could feel it. Something was ending. There is a scene where Un-ha wakes up alone in their bed. The space beside her is still warm, but Min-jun is already dressed. He stands by the window, staring outside, as if memorizing the morning. She asks him if everything is okay. He smiles and says yes. And in that moment, you can see it. This is the last lie he will ever tell her. The final day does not announce itself. There is no rain, no dramatic argument, no hospital hallway, just breakfast. Min-jun cooks her favorite meal. Un-ha teases him for using too much salt. They laugh, and the audience feels it. This laughter hurts more than tears because it feels borrowed. As he gets ready to leave, Un-ha fixes his collar. Her hands tremble slightly. She wants to ask him something, anything, but the words refuse to come. Sometimes the heart knows what the mouth is afraid to say. At the door, Min-jun pauses. This is the moment. This is where the goodbye should happen. But he doesn't say it. He looks at her with a kind of tenderness that feels like grief, as if he's already remembering her. Then he leaves. Hours pass. Un-ha tries to keep busy. She cooks dinner for two, sets the table, checks her phone. It doesn't ring. When the call finally comes, it is not his voice. It is a stranger's. The words are careful, measured, but they still destroy her. Un-ha does not scream. She does not collapse. She simply sits down. Because some pain does not arrive violently. It empties you instead. The drama does something devastating here. It does not rush. It allows silence. Un-ha walks back into the apartment that still smells like breakfast. Min-jun's shoes are still by the door. His jacket still hangs where he left it. The world has not changed. Only her life has. She eats dinner alone. Halfway through, she stops. Her phone lights up. A scheduled message from Min-jun. "I'm sorry I couldn't say goodbye. If I stayed, you would have watched me disappear. I wanted you to remember me as I was, not as what I would become." This is where the tears finally come, because now she understands. He didn't leave because he stopped loving her. He left because he loved her in a way that chose her future over his presence. In the final scenes, Un-ha begins doing something unexpected. She lives, not loudly, not dramatically, but fully. She travels, She laughs again. She learns how to breathe without him. And yet, every quiet moment still belongs to Min-jun. There is one last scene. Eun-ha stands at a crosswalk. The light turns red. Instinctively, she reaches for his hand. There is nothing there. She smiles sadly and crosses anyway. Because love does not end when someone leaves. Sometimes it becomes memory. Sometimes it becomes strength. And sometimes it becomes the goodbye no one was ready for. This was not a story about death. It was a story of restraint, about choosing love over comfort, about leaving quietly so the person you love can survive loudly. And that is why it stays with you long after the screen goes dark.
After Min-jun's passing, time does something strange. It moves forward for everyone else, but for Ina, it circles. Every morning feels like it is waiting for him to return. Every night feels unfinished. Grief does not arrive all at once. It arrives in fragments, in the sound of keys at the door that never turn, in the empty space beside her on the couch, in the reflex of reaching for someone who is no longer there. There is a moment where Ina tries to wash his clothes. She pauses, because they still smell like him. And for the first time, she realizes something devastating. This is the last physical proof that he existed in her life. Once this is gone, he becomes memory. Friends tell her she is strong. They admire how composed she looks. But strength in moments like this is often just shock wearing a calm face. At night, when no one is watching, Ina listens to old voice messages. Not because she wants to cry, but because she is afraid of forgetting the sound of his voice. Min-jun left behind a journal. Not intentionally, not as a goodbye letter, just thoughts he never planned to share. Ina finds it weeks later. At first, she doesn't open it, because reading it would make his absence final. But eventually, she does. Inside are ordinary entries, work frustrations, small jokes, notes about her favorite meals, and then pages about fear. Not of death, but of becoming a burden, of being remembered as weak, of watching Ina slowly mourn him while he was still alive. This is where the audience fully understands him. Min-jun did not run away from love, he ran toward responsibility. He believed that sparing her pain was the purest form of devotion, even if it meant being misunderstood. Ina cries while reading, not because she is angry, but because she sees him clearly now, for the first time. The drama shows healing in small steps. Ina returns to places they loved. At first, it hurts. Then slowly, it feels comforting. She realizes something unexpected. Min-jun is not gone from these places. He is everywhere, in memories, in habits, in the way she has learned to love quietly. There is a powerful scene where Ina meets someone new, not romantically, just a stranger who listens. And for the first time, she talks about Min-jun without breaking down. She smiles while remembering him, and that scares her, because she thinks smiling means forgetting. But it doesn't. It means surviving. 1 year later, Ina fulfills something Min-jun once wanted, a trip they never took. She stands alone watching the ocean. The wind is strong. She closes her eyes and whispers, "Thank you." This is not closure. Closure is a myth. This is acceptance. The final montage shows Ina living, laughing with friends, working, helping others, and yet, every time she sees a man fixing his collar, she pauses. Because some love stories never fade, they simply change form. In the very last moment, Ina looks directly into the camera. She says nothing, but her expression says everything. Love did not leave her empty, it left her transformed. Because some goodbyes do not end a story, They become the reason the story matters. This was the goodbye no one was ready for. Not because it was sudden, but because it was selfless. And those are the hardest to accept. If you have ever loved someone who chose silence to protect you, then this story was for you. And if you are still holding on to someone who lives only in memory, you are not alone.